His job was twofold. On the other end, you see the solid wooden head, the rammer. That was used to seat the round down into the breech of the gun and make sure that it was seated all the way back so they could pick that powder round. Number two, you'll see these people with a device that looks like a large double corkscrew. That was the worm. Typically during the Civil War, they didn't worm the gun as often as we did. They would load and fire that piece until there was so much buildup in there that at any point they could load another round and that round would go off as soon as that rammer was put down, basically injuring or killing the man that was loading the piece. For safety, we worm here on the battlefield after every round to make sure that residue, that aluminum bag, when it explodes, part of it goes downrange, part of it gets blasted into the breech of the gun. They'll go in with the worm, with the spikes, and they'll pull that residue out, any burning embers in there, and they'll throw it on the ground. Then the number one person basically will wet sponge that, the tube to douse any burning embers. Number three. The number three person had several jobs. They were responsible for the vent or touch hole, tending the vent. They were responsible for sealing. Basically, they have looks like they've been playing in the mud. They have a dirty thumb. Basically, they have a leather thumb stall on their thumb that was used to seal that hole. What they would do was seal the hole while the wet sponge is going down, so no air would go in or out while they were ramming. Anybody have any idea why they do that?
Keep your everything. It would prevent anything from blowing up the top of the fuse hole.
But that's one of the ideas, but basically they're creating a vacuum. When that sponge is pulled back out, you'll hear the rammer pop when it comes out. What happens to fire in a vacuum? It doesn't burn. So you have water and you have vacuum, two methods of dousing any burning embers in that tube. Very important step when you're thumbing and that worm and the sponge is going in to make sure that that vent hole is not introducing any air. If they're pulling that rammer